Okay, this is a little bit better. So, unfortunately, being Kopaka here, being mostly white, it's going to be a bit of white walls with a blue background. But yeah, he is very, very nice. I have been away from Bionicle since, since Mari really. I did not follow the storyline that closely, and I certainly didn't buy a lot of kits, a lot of sets. What do I have? I think I have the original Tahu and Tahu Nuva. I then have Viscerac. I have 2 Balrogs, and then I have one of the Glaturrian Volrogs, which I'm going to show it to you later. But yeah, that's it. But I have a fond memory of the storyline of the web game. All of those are really, really nice and very interesting. Sorry about that. Have to move the background a little bit. And I'm really fond of all of the characters. So it was sad when Hero Factory appeared, but at the time I wasn't very into LEGO at that point, so I skipped the Hero Factory altogether. So I have never have encountered what they call the CCBS system, which is multi-ball joints click together. Its famous feature is the ball joint click, which, to be honest, Bionicle stuff already started. But yeah, it's just that in this case, all of the armor are also polycap jointed. So things are clicked together very easily and very quickly. And because of that, visually, there's no holes. I think that's a lot of people complaining the fact that it doesn't look like LEGO or Technics because there's no holes on it. Well, yes, I can see why people are complaining about that, but at the same time, he looks very, very good. He doesn't look like that someone just, attack him with a machine gun. Compared to him, here's Volrox, one of the Glaturrian being probably the last series of proper Bionicle. I'm not counting stars. Yes, he looks good actually, to be honest, but still loads of holes, loads of gaps. Basically, it's a typical thing about LEGO Technics, and yes, there is a aesthetic and appeal to it, but when you're talking about the fact that it's supposed to be a character, and it just looks like it's just got bullet machine gun into sweet cheese. So, and to be honest, even at the time of the Glaturrian, they're already trying to hide all of those holes. You can see all of those customized pieces. They are customized, by the way. Bionicle of the past are full of customized pieces. They just make 1 or 2 at a time and then use it across the range with different color. So that's no difference here. Yes, there is customized pieces, but then again, apparently this is the only new piece. Everything else is actually from the Hero Factory, and he is fun. And by the way, this is not a full review. This is just my personal take of the series so far. The action feature is back with the ball joint system, and it has added friction to it, so it can actually hold its pose when required. As you can see, what it does is it's using one of the blue pegs and small gears to actually add friction to it. So, to be honest, if I actually want to add more friction to it, I can swap the blue peg out if this one is feeling loose with an alternative one. For example, I have a spare one here to actually add friction back into the joint. Or if I want to have him hold very, very heavy object, I can add more. I believe I got quite a lot of those blue pegs and polycap from the old kits anyway, so I can do that. And yeah, some people doesn't like the tempo graph on the chest. I think it's fine. I think it looks really nice, and there's a hidden metallic effect on it as well, which I only notice it every now and then. It's actually pretty nice. There's some silver on it as well. The gold, some people, well, more particularly on Kopaka, people doesn't like the gold. I think it's nice because it gives me the feeling of the golden fleece in the old Greek mythology. Is it Greek? Yes, is it Greek? Yeah, it just makes me feel like that he's actually wearing a overcoat on him to actually live in the cold. Oh, by the way, it has stickers on this one. That is temple graph. Those are stickers, and again, it's really nice stickers. Still got a metallic effect on it as well. The weapon is the only one on Kopaka that I'm not quite like. The spear, I wish the spear is longer on this end and shorter on this end. And by the way, you're supposed to be able to, I'm guessing it's part of the intention is to be able to slide it around. Kopaka's main weapon set is this tube, which is acting as skis, but is also designed with this piece in mind, so that you plug these two together and it becomes a shield. There you go. So Kopaka has his signature shield on from the original series. So this is really, really nice. The shield looks good. To be honest, I think this shield is fine. Some people don't like it, some people like it. I think it's look brilliant. And this clear to white transition effect piece is also really, really cool. And beside the gear gimmick, also one thing I really like, the mask gimmick. Yes, the old original one has a mask gimmick, and it works a little bit better. It works by having a very, very loose grip on the mouth to actually hold the mask, and the playing feature is you basically have all of them with the swinging arm, swinging the arm and trying to bash into each other and trying to hit each other's mask to actually make them come off. In here is a little bit, it's not intended to do that, because what you're doing is you are hitting the clear eye stalk on the back to actually flick it off. On the other hand, the effect is very, very interesting when you're doing it. So it's less of a fighting feature but more of a gimmicky feature, and in that sense it works pretty well. But yeah, it's a little bit loose. I know what some people were saying, but it's fine compared to the original Toa and Toa Nuva set. This is actually more secure. So yeah, this is basically it for me about the new Bionicle set in general. Like many people, I'm hoping to see more Titan set, more complicated set, especially complicated enemy. That's one thing that we haven't seen so far. The only thing we have is a lot of Skull Spider, which is actually smaller than him or any of the other Toa series set, which is a little bit underwhelming because we have seen a lot of amazing creatures as big set from Bionicle before. But maybe it will happen. We have seen some preview of the summer set, and I have a feeling that there might be some extra that they are hiding and not showing as some of the bigger Titans. Storyline. Some people notice that the storyline is not as interesting as before. It's simplified for younger folks and for newcomers. Give them time. I'm pretty certain that over time the storyline is going to be more complicated and more interesting. And remembering that LEGO has always known of the original fan of the Bionicle series, they are not going to simply just abandon it, knowing a reasonable fan base has been what they're expecting. So yeah, this is basically it. If anyone's interested, drop me a comment, and I will do maybe more build or review of the rest of the Bionicle sets. But until then, join me next time for another video.